suspected Ukrainian hacker has been arrested and charged in the United States in connection with a string of costly ransomware attacks, including one that snarled businesses around the globe on the 4th of July weekend. Yaroslav Vasinski was arrested last month after traveling to Poland. The U.S. Justice Department also announced the recovery of $6.1 million in ill-gotten funds from a Russian national who was separately charged and is wanted by law enforcement. Both men are alleged to be affiliated with the Russia-based Revo ransomware gang, which has been blamed for attacks and hacks that have extorted at least $200 million in payments. People fleeing Ethiopia say a new round of deadly attacks and forced conscription has begun against ethnic Tigrayans who remain in an area now controlled by Amhara regional authorities in collaboration with soldiers from neighboring Eritrea. The war is intensifying as rival Tigray forces approach Ethiopia's capital with the intention of pressuring the prime minister to step aside. The threat led Ethiopia's government to declare a state of emergency last week, while the United States and other countries urged citizens to leave immediately. U.S. and African Union envoys have been holding urgent talks in Ethiopia in search of a ceasefire. Hundreds, if not thousands, of migrants have sought to storm the border from Belarus into Poland, cutting razor wire fences and using branches to try to climb over them. The siege on Monday escalated a crisis along the European Union's eastern border that's been simmering for months. Poland's Interior Ministry said it had rebuffed the illegal invasion. It posted a video showing an armed police officer using a chemical spray across the fence at men who were trying to cut the razor wire. The leader of an effort by Central American migrants to walk across Mexico says the group will now head to the U.S. border rather than Mexico City. The leader said in a video Monday that he will try to organize another caravan of thousands of migrants to reach the Gulf Coast state of Veracruz and will then both set out for the border. He said the group has been pursued and harassed by Mexican government officials. The change of plans reflects the group's desperation. They got a cold welcome in one town and initially refused to let them enter for fear of spreading COVID-19. Jurors in the state of Georgia courtroom have been shown graphic crime scene photos of the gunshot wounds that killed Ahmaud Arbery. Glenn County Police Sergeant Sheila Ramos testified about her photos Monday, the second day of the trial of three white men who chased and shot Arbery, a 25-year-old black man. Officer Ricky Minshew testified that he saw Arbery bleeding but did not try to render medical aid, saying he was alone and he wouldn't have been safe. Father and son Greg and Travis McMichael and their neighbor William Roddy Bryan are charged with murder in the February 2020 slaying. Defense attorneys say Travis McMichael fired in self-defense. 4 astronauts returned to Earth on Monday, riding home with SpaceX to end a 200-day space station mission that began last spring. Their capsule parachuted into the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Pensacola, Florida, in darkness. Recovery boats quickly moved in with spotlights. Their homecoming, just 8 hours after leaving the International Space Station, paved the way for SpaceX's launch of their 4 replacements as early as Wednesday night. The newcomers were scheduled to launch first, but NASA switched the order because of bad weather and an astronaut's undisclosed medical condition. The welcoming duties will now fall to lone Americans and the 2 Russians left behind at the space station. Recapping our top story, a suspected Ukrainian hacker has now been arrested and charged in the United States in connection with a string of costly ransomware attacks, including one that snarled businesses around the globe on the 4th of July weekend. Yaroslav Vasinski was arrested last month after traveling to Poland. The Justice Department also says that it announced the recovery of $6.1 million from a Russian national who was separately charged and is still wanted by law enforcement.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.